Very good evening. Welcome to tonight's edition of Breeding to Win. We're here at the Inanda Club in the web streaming studio, and we're going to be chatting to a number of guests here through the course of the day. The sales certainly looks to have reached the height that everybody expected it to. Plenty of people making their way into the Sandton area to come have a look, and even the businesses around are finding it very interesting and very curious as to all the horse activity here at the Inanda Club. But certainly the sale is one as a venue that we're looking forward to creating a vibe with going forward, and it certainly looks to have made an impact. But as promised, we've got a couple of guests on the show, and we're going to be opening up firstly with one of the sponsors of Breeding to Win, and that's New Turf Carriers, and one of the I think it's a director or your owner, or where's your role in terms of going forward? What is your actual title?
Grant. Yeah, we still work under my mom's name, but me and my brother, yeah, we both run the business.
It's a family business, isn't it?
Family
because obviously
business.
your parents started it. How long ago was that?
Sheesh, they started in '95, Grant, so we're heading on 20 years now. Next year will be 20 years.
Okay, now obviously sale time for you guys, Matthew, is important because you shift a lot of the horses in and out, and it's the breeders' livestock. You're moving their cashly allowances for the year.
Yeah, Grant, the sales are big pressure for us. Myself or Michael are at every load, unloading when they get into the sale. We load every load going out of the sale, so it's as much pressure as it is for the breeder, it is for us too. But then again, it's a big part of our business. The sales keep us afloat through the year, all sales, starting with your book one sale. It helps us a lot through January. As everyone knows, January is a quiet time for the horse industry. Well, not anymore.
Matthew, you've got a partnership deal with CTS in terms of book one as well, and that came about 2 years ago.
Yeah, Grant, as we heard about Cape Thoroughbreds, I immediately got onto the phone with Adrian, arranged, we went for a cup of tea at News Cafe in Rivonia one evening, and yeah, just all worked out from there. I mean, Adrian's a pleasure to deal with, so are the rest of the staff at CTS, and it's just been forward going from there.
It's obviously a big sale because, and quite a logistical nightmare because you're bringing horses into the centre of town.
Yeah, Grant, it's not as hard as people think it is. I mean, once again, you guys run a great show there. It's actually easier for us because the trucks park closer to the stable, so we can get the horses in and out. The only problem is obviously the traffic, but it's a minor problem. We work around it.
All right, well, you've touched on book one, obviously, but we're here at Inanda. From your perception, what do you make of the venue?
It's unreal, Grant. It's amazing that you guys can set up a sale in the middle of Sandton. And once again, we've got to fight a bit of traffic, but I mean, it's worth it. It's a great sale.
You've got a couple of horses here that you guys brought in, and that, in terms of the access to the place, is it right?
Yeah, no problem at all. Yeah, we just obviously fight a bit of traffic through Sandton, but my drivers, not one of them have complained. So yeah, it's all been okay.
You've taken a couple of other marketing initiatives. I know you sponsor a hole at the Klavervlei Golf Day. It probably is one of the most popular holes because you've got a variety of cocktails that you're offer there, and I think the guys look forward to passing through your par 5 tee box.
Yeah, Grant, look, that Klavervlei Golf Day is a great day. I mean, it sets the vibe for the week of the Cape Thoroughbreds Book One sale. I think we've been sponsoring it for 4 years now, and yeah, we haven't looked back.
Going forward, New Turf Carriers, you've obviously got loyal supporters that have been with you for many, many years, and it's a comfortable business in terms of going and your growth factor?
Yeah, Grant, we're very happy where our business is now. We've got great clients. I mean, the industry's obviously gone through a bit of a dip and everyone's felt it, but we've carried through it because of our loyal clients that stick with us. And yeah, I'd just like to take this opportunity because it's probably the last time we're going to see everyone to thank them for their patronage through the year. It's been a great year for us.
All right, now you run your advert, which we'll be crossing to shortly, and you've got your stopover in Colesberg, which you actually, it's probably one of the fundamental benefits that you have in terms of your transport route from Joburg to Cape Town.
Yeah, Grant, yeah, we stopped there, Joburg, Cape Town, Joburg, PE, Durban, Cape Town. It's unbelievable what that stop does for the horses. I mean, a milk run can take 45 hours from Durban to Cape Town, so a horse getting off for 6-7 hours, drinking water, eating, makes a massive difference. I mean, we have very, very few travel sicknesses, and we're very proud of that.
Well, fantastic stuff. Firstly, thank you to Matthew. We're here, as I said, we're at the Inanda Ready to Run. Matthew Sham and his crew were obviously instrumental in bringing some of the 2-year-olds here to the venue as well. And we're going to break now, and we'll be showing you the New Turf advert.
New Turf Carriers is a family-run business owned by Mark and Dory Sham and their 3 sons, Michael, Matthew and Marcus. New Turf Carriers has been in long-distance transport since 1995 and pride themselves in excellent service, punctuality and loyalty to their clients. Every single stud farm and every single sale to every single racecourse, New Turf Carriers pride themselves in delivering your horse safely. The welfare of your horse is paramount, and it is to this end that we have our own midway stop between Johannesburg and Cape Town. This is situated at Colesberg, where we have a stabling facility for 60 horses, so that the horses on long trips can get off and have a rest during their journey. The bottom line is, New Turf Carriers take your horse from door to door with pride, passion and punctuality.
We believe in excellence. We believe that if you're going to do something, you do it to your best ability. We aim to make Balmoral #1 in the Southern Hemisphere, not just South Africa.
Bounded away from them.
And very well done to Sean and to Chris. I think they've got a bit of a horse in their hands.
Peregrine on the far inside, but Pomodora. And Pomodora stays on the Bedouin well today.
He is really a nice horse to ride.
Pomodora in the middle's picked it up in the closing stages, and Pomodora has raced away and has won it well.
He just stamped himself as a top 3-year-old in the country.
Smanji and Pomodora, here comes the line, very close, maybe Smanji in a photo.
And I'm excited for Pomodora to get to stud, and I'm excited for him to start producing. It's just a whole new adventure and a whole new start, and believe you me, when Chris and I see them in the ring, we will put our head down.
Well, as promised, next up in terms of guests is the COO of the Cape Thoroughbred Sales, Adrian Todd. And Adrian, firstly, here we are, Ananda, all the talk and all the planning, it's all upon us, and here we are at the venue.
Exactly, Grant, and as you've seen looking around today, it's a beautiful venue right in the middle of Sandton, and you know how you hear about the green patches in big cities these days. This is definitely one of those. It's a little piece of paradise in the middle of the big smoke.
Well, the sale seems to have gone quite well. We're not going to bore you with the details now. I'm sure Andrew will put all the stats up on the show. But you must be happy in general with the number of new faces that you saw at the sale. I think the venue did bring some new faces to the venue here.
The venue definitely has brought a number of new faces, Grant. You know, this being the Ananda Club, it's a very upscale, upmarket club with members that fit into that category. And a lot of them have shown a lot of interest in getting involved in horse racing, and we welcome them. Many of them are already involved in the equestrian lifestyle, and horse racing is just an addition to their existing lifestyle.
You chatted to me briefly prior to the sale, saying that there were a couple of applications from guys that are just Inanda members and saying, well, let's maybe have a look and put a bit of a deposit in the bank and see whether we get active in the market.
Exactly. No, there's been a lot of interest from Inanda members. They're just so excited that the sale is here, that it's on their doorstep. Why not?
Now, you did have a ready-made buyer in the form of the general manager of the Inanda Club, but he wanted a grey. Now, I've looked at a number of horses there, and I don't think there's a grey on the sale.
Well, he's using that as a convenient excuse not to buy one, but we're going to twist his arm, Grant.
Don't worry, he's given me the lot number of what he likes now. I'm just going to have to make a plan. It's a nice horse, and I think he's going to be a very nice racehorse turned into a polo horse.
Yes, that's what he's mentioned to me as well.
All right, talk about the venue now. Firstly, obviously, we're in the marquee. We're actually in the web streaming office, which always goes well. The web streaming does get broadcast internationally as well, and you get feedback from the countries that actually witness it. Now, America came out quite high on those ratings, as did Australia and then the Far East.
Yes, it was very surprising actually, because, you know, obviously we can get statistics from where people have logged in from. And the Far East didn't surprise me that we had a number of viewers there. But I was pleasantly surprised by the number of viewers from the United States. And I have briefly seen some of the web streaming. Obviously, I've never had the opportunity to sit down and watch a wholesale on it because I'm here. But from all the feedback I've received, it's working very well and people are happy with it.
All right, Anne Dalton, obviously, from Agri Expo, puts the infrastructure together for you. Now, obviously, it's not home in Cape Town for her. This is 1,600 kilometres away. I think she's done an outstanding job for you guys.
She has done an outstanding job, Grant. You know, obviously there's been some challenges that we haven't faced before simply because we've had to ship and schlep everything all the way to Johannesburg, but it's all come together very nicely.
Just general atmosphere you must be pleased with?
No, we are. We're very pleased, Grant. You know, as we said at the beginning of this conversation, it's a beautiful venue. You can't improve the venue. It's wonderful.
We were down looking at a couple of horses down where Jane, Thomas and co are stabled, and it's right along the business centre. There's Momentum Life, there's a couple of other big businesses there, and you can actually see some of the businessmen peering out the window looking to see what's going on. It's a unique setting. Well,
definitely. You know, how often would you come to work in your high-rise tower building in Santon and be able to look out the window and see a racehorse sale?
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully their credit card machines are stretched right through those windows as well. But Adrian, certainly well done on your Joburg venture. You must be very pleased with how things are progressing. And we've obviously had the Breeding to Win team out at the venue. And Vicky Minor caught up with quite a few people. And this is what happened out at the Inanda Club.
Scott, what did you think about the venue for your horses as a sales venue?
Oh, I've been saying all week, it's quite surreal. You know, if you look around you here and where we were today, and with that sun setting this afternoon, that was quite brilliant, wasn't it? I was sitting next to the rostrum there, looking out onto the headquarters of FNB, RMB, a couple of the big mining houses, Momentum, and for a little old Zulu farm boy, that's quite daunting in a way, but it's also magnificent. It was majestic. But the whole setup, I've just been saying to the guys, the organisation upstairs and the admin is in a league of its own. It ranks with the best in the world. They're very careful about credit. They're very fastidious about detail. Nobody does anything without a signature. I've seen deliveries even affected properly here. But look in this venue today. There was not a stone left unturned. And I've got to say, the bid spotters around here today, there were 5 qualified auctioneers among the bid spotters. I don't know any team in the world that has 5 professional auctioneers among the guys standing taking the bids. So I think this was a highly professional response to a challenge that we presented to them only 5 or 6 weeks ago. And I'm amazed at how they managed it.
Yeah, I think it's a great day out. I think the venue facility was fantastic. And obviously the quality horses always get the money.
Fantastic venue, fantastic service. I must compliment them on their service tonight. It was brilliantly done. Food was good. Everything was excellent.
Very good. You know, we had a good lunch, good entertainment. It's been fantastic.
Oh, how brilliant. I mean, we're in the middle of Sandton. You can see Sandton Tower from here. It's incredible. I told Chris van Niekerk earlier, you know, if they've proven anything, they've proven that you can have a sale pretty much anywhere you like. And I think it was a great success tonight. It was wonderful to be in the middle of Sandton, and there's such a nice vibe, and I think the results have spoken for that.
Yeah, I think it's a lovely venue. It's a really beautiful place, and stables seem fine. The tent's lovely. It was a very nice afternoon.
Look, the venue's amazing. As I said to Adam in the week when we were viewing horses, I just said, son, take a step back and just look around you and look at all the buildings. Doesn't it make for an exciting venue? It's just something different. It's away from the old. But I'm a stickler for traditions. I love the Germiston complex and being around there because I grew up with it. But there's always room for change and for something new in the industry to excite people. And as I said 100 times before, CTS have just got the recipe. When your clients get you in the way they treat them and look after them, the guys just want to spend money and want to be part of this amazing sport that we're involved in.
Already I've seen the name in the race cards here in South Africa, Lance Kelp Bloodstock. But let's find out more about the man. Lance, great pleasure to be interviewing you. Welcome to South Africa again, and good to see you out here. Just tell our viewers out there where you come from and why the interest in South Africa.
Well, I'm from Denmark, and I've been looking at I'm a bloodstock agent and work around Europe and North America.
And how did you stumble across South Africa?
Well, I got to know Mike de Kock 6-8 years ago in Dubai when I was training horses, and so I kept my eye on this place for the last 6-8 years, and I see you have some very good horses at a very fair price.
And tell us about the venue today that you've arrived at, because this first time we've had a sale out here. Your thoughts?
No, it's very nice. Like everything CTS does, it's you know, they're putting on a good spread. I bought a couple of horses last year in Cape Town. It's, you know, very well received there as well.
But it's a beautiful setting, and looks like the sale is going well.
We've got a nice crowd assembled here. Did you have a chance to look at the horses at all here?
I did. I came over this morning. Very solid group of horses, as we always get from mostly Summerhill. But a very solid group of horses, both today and Sunday. Yes. Both sides of town, a very solid group of horses.
Nico, I've had a fair bit of experience with various types of venues, some being permanent, some of course being temporary sort of venues like this, and it's always a concern when you are trying to put up a temporary venue to see how it's going to go. And to be honest with you, I've been coming to this complex, to Inanda Club, over the last 4 days, and when we first arrived on Monday morning, had a look at it, I said to Paul, by golly, they've got a task ahead of them to get this set up. They have done an amazing job. I all credit to them. I think that this sort of venue, the way that it's been put together in such a short space of time, there was a polo match here on this very field on Sunday. So the effort of the team that have put it together, I couldn't 110% perfect job.
I concur with Simon completely. It was here Monday. There was nothing here. The polo horses were out the back. The trucks were arriving to take them away, and the team, Adrian and Amanda and Chris and the team have done a remarkable job. It's a real credit to them. They're obviously experienced with doing this. They run the sale at Durbanville, but it's a new venue and a remarkable place to have a sale. I mean, the Inanda Club's just a beautiful place, and right in the heart of Sandton. It's quite incredible to stand out there and look at the skyline only metres away. It's quite incredible, and no, I think it's fantastic, and the crowd seems to really be enjoying the complex and the sale, and it's been good to look at horses. It's been, from that point of view, it's been easy enough to look at horses, and with all the stabling that's available, and horses have turned out well. So I think it's a credit to everybody involved.
And what did you think of the overall quality of the horse going through the ring?
Yeah, no, they were well presented for sale. Obviously, there was a very diverse market from the bottom end all the way to the top end, and a lot in between. It was nice that we had the presence of some foreign horses, which always adds a lot of appeal and interest to the sale, and they sold well. The VAR topped the sale. Of course, that's not totally unexpected. But I thought the Visionaires were quite solid. Perhaps a little disappointed with the Braveton Soldiers, that they were a little soft in the market, excepting for the one that I like. They win a lot of money. Lot 101 made a lot of money. But Kahal was a good old soldier, and he sold well. But overall, I think there was something for everybody, which has been the way that the ready-to-run sale, especially the way Mick has portrayed the ready-to-run sale over many years, there's something at the sale for everybody, and I don't think this year was any exception.
Vicky, quality-wise, obviously the good horses always fetch good money at sales. You know, it's I mean, it's a bit of a cliche to say that, but at the end of the day, it's a reality of a bloodstock world, whether you at the Inanda Club or whether you're at Tattersalls in England or Keeneland in Kentucky. The good horses fetch good money, and the not so good horses don't fetch good money. Doesn't mean they can't run. They may well come out and be the next Louis the King or whatever the case may be, but the good horse, from a vendor's perspective, good horses, well-bred horses and well-conformed horses fetch good money, and the not so well-conformed and well-bred horses don't fetch good money.
Tough to buy the nice horses. The market was very up and down, but I mean, look, there were some lovely horses on the sale, I thought, and we tried to to get a few. Unfortunately, we couldn't get them, but we got a few and we were happy.
Derek, is the R2.5 million race quite a big incentive for you?
Vicky, yes, I think you tend to pay slightly more for horses that are ready to run sale because there is a bit of a carrot that's been dangled at the end of the day. But as I said earlier, when somebody asked me, you've got to realize that that's one race, and the horse has a life after that one race and a career after that one race. And Igugu wasn't a one-horse wonder. She got beaten, I think, in this race by Hollywood Boulevard, and then subsequently went on to become an international superstar or a local superstar. So you've got to look at a long-term perspective as well, and that's something else that you've got to weigh into all the other decisions that you make. Distance suitability for this race, but what happens to the horse after that? They don't just race it in November of their 3-year-old career. They've got their full 3-year-old careers after that, Julys, Mets, all those sort of things you've got to take into consideration, and international careers after that. So yes, it does play a role, and you do pay a slight premium, but that's not the be-all and end-all of everything.
Oh, there's no doubt. I mean, people enjoy buying a lottery ticket, and it does create excitement. And racing does need other forms of attractions to make it more interesting. It can't just be the same old graded, although graded racing is of course so important, and the regular program is important. We need other forms of attraction and different types of races. I'd like to see, for example, sellers reintroduced and auction plates and so on, because I think we need to vary our racing product to make it more appealing for the people who participate in racing and who watch it.
Oh, absolutely. You need to do it to get the guys excited. There's got to be something out of the norm and the ordinary. So it does get people to want to come here. They're all attracted to this purse and the huge purse that they can win when they win the race. So, like, my guys bought so many horses this year, and I thought, well, it's enough now. And he says, no, we've got to be a part of this race next year. Come on, we've got to go shopping. So this is what it does.
I think it is because it's a small catalogue, and I thought it was quite easy to sort through. So I think your chances of getting a runner, if you've done your homework, are quite good.
And we all, we're all chasing that dream of buying the horse and getting the big stake, and I think it really works well. And there are a lot of stakes races or these big incentive races going around now, and I think the sales have benefited from them. I really do.
You're always trying to, for your owners and for your clients, you want, the sense of, for these big prize money races. I mean, that's what we need in the country. We need our prize money to be, to go up a bit.
Having a conversation with a few people, have you felt the feedback's been pretty positive?
Absolutely, yeah. I think there was a bit of relief among the vendors as well. But this was a good draft of horses, so I'm expecting them to perform next year. I think most of the people who bought here today got very good value. Don't think there was any overpayment today. When you think the top price was less than 2 million, a reduced choice filly making 1.2, I think it was excellent value for Adrian van Vuren and his lovely wife Rika, who's had a hell of a week with her health. So God bless that family, that they were here today. What a stoic family they are. But he was there punching it out again, and so were the other guys. I mean, we had some soldiers with us today. And I think, again, that tells you how resilient this industry is. It's got some personalities and some characters in it who'll give their all no matter what the state of the day.
So, Mick, your overall sort of conclusion on the sale?
I think it was a hell of a success. I mean, the whole package, the early payment dates, the guaranteed payments, all of that is something for people to look forward to now. It'll be before Christmas. So, there are individuals who've benefited from the sale today who've got farm wages to pay, who've got business wages to pay, bonuses, etc., etc. So I think it's a happy Christmas for everybody, and that's a relief for most people. We have consigners that we had 112 horses in the sale and 169 different owners, from Japan to the United States. So can you imagine some of these horses had 6 owners in them? And we'd have to try and reconcile a guy who wanted no reserve, and a guy who wanted to buy them out, and a guy who wanted so much, and another guy who wanted that much. But we've been at this for 35 years, and we know how to manage those situations, and we've got a wonderful group of clients. But I think most of them will walk away from here today and say, this was a new beginning, and it was a wonderful one.
In the Lanzerac, ready to run stakes, presented by CTS. Redway gets given his head, and he comes forward and takes up the running. Captain America's on the chase. Back along the inside, Accelero. The riders towards the inside. Redway's got a race on his hands. As Captain America falls alongside of him. Captain America, Redway. Captain America, Redway. It's Captain America claiming us. Captain America beats Redway on the line.
The log is intended as a guide only and is purely based on performances thus far. Now, fillies will receive a 2.5 kilogram allowance, and this has been added to all raced fillies for log purposes.
Warhorse. Hailed by the Sunday Times as the theatrical experience of the decade. Warhorse. Experience it live. Warhorse.
Well, the Artscape Theatre will be holding a charity performance on Thursday, the 11th of December, where you can purchase your ticket at a discounted price of only 300 Rand. Proceeds going to the National Horse Trust. For more information and bookings to see Warhorse, please call Joanne Knowles on 083 399 6353. Well, you also, some lucky viewers, stand a chance of winning a set of double tickets to this performance, courtesy of CTS. Tell us who the beneficiary of the charity performance is on Thursday, the 11th of December, and you got a chance of winning double tickets to the performance Warhorse. You can email your answers to grant@claverflay.co.za.
Second or no. So number 14, All Is Secret, is victorious. Well Witcher.
And for the lads wanted.
Shay takes the lead. Shay wins the Elgos.
Gavel House is the leading website for trading horses online. Selling your racehorse, mare or even a share in a yearling is so easy on Gavel House. You can browse our sires directory to match the best mating for your mare, with text description, videos and up-to-date sires reports. Gavelhouse.com is the best way to sell your horse. We reach places others can't, where buyers and sellers deal direct and pay no commission. Go to gavelhouse.com.
Right, thanks to Gavel House once again for their sponsorship. They've given us 2 slides to talk through. Let's start off with number 1. It's Blind Rise. He's by Hippocrates. He's out of the mare Crystal Clear, and this is a 2011 colt. They're looking for 20,000 Rand per 10% share. He's a well-bred colt. He's a half-brother to the graded winner, Thunder Creek. And if you are interested, you need to contact Garth Puller in KZN. Blind Rise is in full work. His dam Crystal Clear has had 6 runners and 3 winners, which include the King's Cup winner and 8 times winner Thunder Creek. His Grand Dam Clear Creek was a stakes winner and a multiple Group 1 performer, and also has plenty more to come. So lots to like about this horse, Blind Rise, the 2011 colt by Hippocrates. The next offer is a syndication or share available in Oratorium. This is by Oracy out of the mare Choice Dancer. She's a 2011 filly, and price on application. You need to get hold of Derek Brookman if you want to get a price, and she is a lightly raced 3-year-old filly. Oratorium has only had 4 starts over 12 to 1600. She's currently in training with Vaughan Marshall. Her dam Choice Dancer by Danehill Dancer was a 2-time winner, and her sire Oracy won from 1450 to 2000 meters. He won the Group 2 Gauteng Guineas, the Group 2 Dingons, and he has sired a number of useful horses, including the likes of Demosthenes, which is the unbeaten Oracy with Joey Soma. Once again, this is a wrap from the Ananda Club. It's been such a privilege being at such a beautiful venue for a ready-to-run sale. I'm sure you'll be hearing a lot more of the Ananda Club as a venue for future sales going forward too. But before we close off, we're going to be showing you the Dynasty Stallion portfolio, and this is obviously sponsored by Freeman Stallions.
Dynasty, head and shoulders above the best of his generation. He won 9 races, including 4 Grade 1 races.
And Dynasty has come through to pick it up, and he has the Derby at his mercy. This is true class as Dynasty powers away from the opposition.
Dynasty now breathing fire the last 150, drawing away to win it. Dynasty, once again a 5-star performance, destroys them by 2.
Dynasty earned the Equus Panel's ultimate accolade as Horse of the Year and Champion 3-year-old after winning the Durban July as the highest rated 3-year-old ever to win the race, and only the 2nd horse in history to achieve that from draw 20.
And Dynasty's gonna strike gold. Dynasty, a courageous win from Yardom.
Dynasty looks set to challenge his illustrious sire Fort Wood's record-breaking path to stardom as one of only 2 sires in the history of South Africa to produce 3 Equus Horses of the Year. Dynasty joined the elite in 2014 as only the 2nd sire in history to get 2 Horses of the Year. Dynasty is the only 3-year-old Horse of the Year to sire a 3-year-old Horse of the Year in his first crop.
Irish Flame, Bold Sylvanas coming with a surging run on the outside. Irish Flame holds him though. Irish Flame from Bold Sylvana.
Dynasty is the sire of 11 Grade 1 horses and 51 stakes horses from his first 6 crops, and an incredible ratio of 11.6% stakes winners, including 2014 Horse of the Year, Legislate.
They race down to the final 100. Legislate now comes out to pick it up, and it's Legislate who's come forward to pick it up. Now Captain America sets out after him. Legislate's in front though. Captain America is unwinding his run, but he's going to come too late, and Legislate has won it from Captain America.
And his Grade 1 winners in 2014 included the KZN Horse of the Year and Dual Equus champion Beach Beauty. Her 17 wins included 5 Grade 1 races, with repeat successes in the Paddock Stakes and the Garden Province Stakes. And she even beat the boys in several important stakes races.
But Beach Beauty, once again she shows her class, and Beach Beauty won it.
Dynasty's previous season included Jackson, the best classic horse in South Africa.
And Jackson is storming home. Jackson draws off to win the Derby in great style from Variety Club.
But Jackson's got them all stone cold in the Daily News.
Here's Jackson with fire in his eyes, and it's Jackson the last 100 like a ball of fire wanted.
Dynasty challenged Captain Al's record as the only sire in South Africa ever to get a Grade 2 quartet result. Dynasty supporters have made him a sale-topping sire. They will be rewarded with access to another powerful crop on sale in 2015.
He stands at Highland Stud Farm and is managed by John Freeman.